Hello, second graders. It's Mrs. Schwander again today,
Along with Mrs. Mayer.
and we're here again to teach you about our second grade decoding strategies on our Tiger Paw. Last week, we learned the first strategy of what good readers do to think about the story. In second grade, we learned that before, during, and after we read, good readers preview, predict, and connect to help them think about the story. Today, we're going to learn the second strategy on our Tiger Paw, and this is the strategy that we use first when we get stuck on a tricky word.
This strategy is to check the picture for clues and to reread and check. This might sound familiar to you. I feel like it might have been on your first grade strategy hand as well. So you might already know what this means. So take a second and think about, what does it mean to check the picture for clues and then to reread and check, wondering, does it make sense, look right, or sound right in the story?
So, when we think about checking the picture for clues, we know good readers can check the picture and use those clues from that picture to make a good guess about what that tricky word might be. We look at the picture during the preview as well before we read to get some ideas about the vocabulary from the story, and we use the picture when we get stuck to see what's happening.
After good readers make a guess based on the picture about what the tricky word would be, we have to reread and check and see if our guess makes sense, looks right, and sounds right in the story. So you might go back to the beginning of the sentence that the tricky word is in and reread it from the beginning with your guess in there to see if it makes sense, looks right.
We're going to give it a try. Today, we have picked out this story called The Red Pajamas. And this story is about one of our favorite characters named Froggy. Froggy wants to go to bed, but he has a problem. He cannot find his red pajamas anywhere. What we're going to do is we're going to read a little bit of this story together, and we're going to see if we can check the picture to figure out some tricky words. I will start reading the book, and then we'll see some blanks where we're going to check that picture and see if that strategy can help us. Froggy wanted to go to bed. I want my red pajamas, he said. Froggy looked in his blank. Let's see if we can check the picture for some clues to figure out what that tricky word would be. If I see from the picture, I can tell Froggy is looking somewhere in his bedroom and this door is open and there's lots of stuff falling out. So I know that's probably closet. Let's see if we can reread and check to be sure that that would make sense. Froggy looked in his closet. That makes sense and it sounds right in the story. Let's do the next sentence. He saw his blank and blank, but no pajamas. If we check and see in his closet what he's looking at and what he sees, I can tell there are lots of balls and I see some bats, so I think that would make sense. Let's reread and check. He saw his balls and bats, but no pajamas. That makes sense and sounds right in the story. What you're going to do now, boys and girls, is you are going to practice with your teacher reading through the rest of the story, seeing if you can figure out by checking the picture and rereading and checking to see if it makes sense, using the strategy to help you as you read when you come to some tricky words.
Second graders, after you're done practicing your strategy and you find out where Froggy's red pajamas are so he can go to bed, then you're going to take out your strategy paw. Remember last time we put this in a safe spot to keep. We had glued on our preview, predict, and connect little piece, and today you're going to glue on the next pad on the tiger paw, and it's going to be check the picture for clues. And then at the bottom, because after we use every strategy going forward, we're always going to reread and check, and so that one goes in the bottom at the very in the rectangular box by the arrow. So then once you glue these pieces on, you're going to put your strategy paw back in your safe spot for next time. And as you're reading, and read to self time or with your teacher, you're going to use at least these two strategies when you come to a tricky word in your story. So boys and girls, that'll be it for today. Until next time, have a great day.